New from Vinegar Syndrome is Nothing Underneath from 1985. This Giallo set within the fashion world is absolutely brilliant. Right from the opening shot, I was drawn into this wonderful world, and we are basically introduced to two twins at the start. We've got Jessica, who is a model in Milan, and we've got Bob, who is a park ranger in Wyoming. And it's a really interesting kind of opening, because you know you're going into an Italian set Giallo, but we open to Wyoming, and it just the counterpoint of Jessica's lavish and busy, hectic schedule, and Bob's serene, nature-filled, rather peaceful life is just a great kind of juxtaposition right at the start of the movie. And as Bob goes about his work, we kind of have these intercut sequences of Jessica and Milan, time stamped so we know where they are in the world type of thing, and that this is happening at the same time. And as some things happen to Jessica, Bob starts to have these visions that something's wrong, visions of a killer hurting his sister. And he just drops everything at a whim, going over to Milan, being thrust into this world that he knows nothing of, to find his sister, who has seemingly vanished. And all the while there is a black gloved killer with these kind of big fashion clothing scissors, just looking to torture people. And it is one of the most enjoyable Vinegar Syndrome releases this year. It's one of my new favourite Giallo movies, and just ticked a hell of a lot of boxes of stuff that I just loved. You know, you've got the women within this fashion world. You've got this subtext of all about them being objects. You know, they're just used for certain things, and nobody cares about the actual people. It's all just about the surface, the looks, how they packaged. In fact, they are nothing underneath to anybody within the movie. They're just objects to be used, abused, and discarded when done.
A model, a body, a face, a little bit of makeup, a beautiful dress, and nothing underneath. That's all people ask of a model.
And we get to see this world through Bob's eyes as he kind of traverses it, meets various people, and seems to be a real outsider trying to take in this strange world. Now, it's wonderfully shot and expertly put together, with both the direction and the editing working hand in hand. Like I said, the opening shot between the two countries was great, but there's other shots and sequences that work tremendously well. There's one where a model is walking home late at night. She's got this cobalt blue outfit on that's really startling and within the sort of blackness that surrounds her, and she is freaked out, and it does a wonderful job of creating the tension and the suspense, of giving you the highs and lows of this just walk back to her hotel while being petrified at the same time. There's all these secondary characters that are really interesting as well. One of the sort of funnest ones for me was the hotel concierge or porter or whatever, who's just in this hotel of just women. There's just women everywhere, beautiful models, and with the inclusion of Bob, it really kind of shakes him a little bit, because this guy is a pure pervert, sitting going through porn mags, cutting out images with the similarly looking scissors to the killer's weapon. These guys just gross in general, but it's that kind of character that fleshes out the movie a little bit. Of course, you get a mystery at the heart of it that's really interesting, because we don't know what's happened to Jessica. We know models are being taken out. It's why are they being killed? There's false motives that come up quite a bit. It's really kind of well constructed that way. You get Donald Pleasance as an Italian inspector trying to solve the mystery.
And who is Jessica Crane?
She's a model, an American model.
There's so much going on, and it's so well constructed, it's so well put together, that I couldn't help but just enjoy the hell out of this one. I've watched it a couple of times already. It's one of my favourite movies released by Vinegar Syndrome this year, and as a Giallo fan, it's just bloody good. I really enjoyed it. Although it doesn't really ramp up in the gore sequences, it doesn't have to. It's got a strong enough mystery, it's got strong enough characters and enough interest and propulsion to keep it going and to keep it constantly surprising, reinvigorating watching it. Looks great, really well put together, amazing score that had strong resemblances to other kind of similar movies as well, but I really did like the score as well, and it's just a wonderful surprise by Vinegar Syndrome. So this came out, I knew very little, love it. One of my favourite releases of the year. And that's before even getting to the second disc within this one, because it's a 2-pack this. Nothing Underneath is worth the price of admission alone. Before you even get to the second movie, I would strongly recommend picking this up. I would give it a trademarked awesome rating. I think it's well worth picking up. I think you should definitely pick it up. I'd love to know your thoughts on Nothing Underneath. If you've seen it, are you considering getting it? I hope you do. If you're a Giallo fan, I think you will utterly love it. Of course, there's other content up here that you can check out of mine. If you think I deserve it, hit this video with a like, maybe even share it, or subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. And if you're feeling extra supportive, you can join the membership program for extra content, or you can join Patreon to support me as well. It's all welcome, it's all amazing. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.